into myself. What a wonderful world.
Hello, it is Nikkie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a dip powder nail set. What I'm using? I'm using this Amber Dips a lot beneath the surface, and this is this nice blue. Got some like flakes in it. Nice. I will say, because I've already done. It's messy. Flakes just everywhere, and all I did was open it to see what color it was. And I'm using double dip clear, and I also will be using my double dip liquids. I said today I'm gonna do the whole set, so I'm gonna do dip powder top coat today. I usually go with gel, but we're gonna see it through. I will say this is by far my favorite dip coat of all the dip coats that I have. That is the one that comes closest to a gel finish to me, and so that's what we're gonna be doing. All right, this is messy. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try best today to make it happen. So the tips I'm using is these soft gel tips from Temu. I've already applied them just to save time on video, because as we know, it'd be a struggle. So I'm trying to get the hang of it before I start recording myself applying tips. But if that's something you want me to do, I'll do a video on it. So we're just gonna do a real quick, simple set. 1, 2, 3, bam, bam, boom, bam, boom. Hopefully. That's what we're gonna go with. I'm gonna put some paper down and try to eliminate this. It's not gonna help. I don't even know why I'm trying. Let me do a cupcake liner. Gotta hold my breath. Putting on my mask. Got my air purifier going. You might can hear it in the background. So I do have a peel-off base coat on. However, I put the pinky on and I realized I forgot the peel-off base coat. So, but I didn't do no prep. So hopefully, even though I forgot to put the peel-off base coat because I didn't do prep, hopefully it still come off easy. I applied it and I looked at my other fingers and said, I don't forgot the base coat. I meant the peel-off base. I am going to have to get my lint-free wipe. I'm gonna have it off camera. This is so I can clean my brush off before putting it back in the bottle. Ooh, child. You see that? And it is messy though, so I'm gonna try my best. To alleviate the mess. Cause don't. So as I'm editing this, I realized my mic cut out because for the next 30 minutes, I ain't got no sound. So I gotta do voiceover. It sucks. I do not like doing voiceovers. It takes me forever doing voiceovers. But I am going to apply the liquid. And if you notice, I started towards the middle of my nails, and that helps not to flood the cuticle with the dip liquid. I'm assuming I'm taking off dip powder that got a dip liquid that got on my skin. That's what it looked like I was doing, right? And again, you want to dip your finger at an angle when dipping it into the powder. And I am going to kind of flatten out the flake so it lays flat on the nail and it's not sticking up, and that helps as far as when it's filing. You don't want to end up filing off your flakes, and so pushing them, laying them, making sure they're flat to the nail helps with that application. And I'm also cleaning off the underneath of my nails and the free edge, and that is just so the dip powder don't cake up on the sides, and I try to retain my shape as much as possible. Another thing I want to know, I did keep my video in real time just so you have an idea of the work time as far as the pace in which I am applying the liquid and dipping it into the powder. And I absolutely love this color from Amber Dips a lot. I got so many compliments on this color. I absolutely love it. It is gorgeous. Unfortunately, she is no longer in business, so you can't really buy her dip powder. But if you got some, you know her dip powder is the truth. I absolutely love this brand of dip powders. So I'm going to go in with my fluffy dust brush, and I'm fluffing as light as possible because I don't want to end up taking too much of the flakes off the nail. And so in order to do that, you want to try to buff as light as possible because again, they are very delicate. So you don't want to end up having to scrub or scrubbing all of the flakes off of the nail. So clearly I didn't record myself encapsulating the nail with the clip dip powder. My bad. But now I'm just going off and scraping as much of that clear off of my nails before going in with the activator to file and buff. And I do originally go in with the fluffy dust brush, but then I back it up with a hard bristle brush as well to make sure any excess powder is completely off my nails. And I do try to make it a habit to clean off the rim of my bottles before closing it, because the last thing I need is my bottles to glue shut. So definitely something to add in your arsenal if you are a dip powder, making sure that you are protecting your bottles from closing, gluing shut. It is possible. Trust me, I've done it. Now, when it comes to applying the activator, I am very generous with the activator. I want to make sure that activator penetrate all the levels of the dip powder before going into file. So I typically allow the activator to sit for 3 to 5 minutes before going into file, just to make sure everything is completely dry. This is me tapping the nails to make sure it is completely dry. It's like a hollow sound that you want to hear when you're tapping the nails to make sure it is dry. I don't think I recorded myself doing or filing all of my nails, but I do like to give you an idea of how I file my nails. I typically go in with my hand file to sharpen up that free edge. I want to make sure to regain my shape, and so I typically start with the free edge before going to the cuticle area and then the body of the nail. Now, I'm not sure if I showed all that on camera, but let's wait and see. I did. So here I'm going in with this fine drill bit, and you have to be real careful. This is not a safety bit, and if you go too close to the skin, you're gonna nip yourself. But this is really good at getting that cuticle area nice and flush. So I do love it. And this drill bit did come from Temu. I will leave it in the description box if it's still available. It came with a set with all of the colors from extra fine all the way to coarse. All right, so this is what I'm looking like after I have filed in buff. I am going to go in. I'm using dip top coat today. It's been a while. You know, I usually go in with the gel, but after filing, in order for your top coat to dry, you got to go in with another layer of activator. So I'm going to do that. Now, you ain't got to be generous with this. You can take it. You can be light. You can be light. You ain't got to be extra like I usually am. But you do want to make sure you're going to put it everywhere you're going to put top coat. Because if you don't, your top coat not going to dry. You definitely want to make sure you're getting it everywhere you intend to put top coat. One I just did. I'm pretty sure it was that one. You ain't got to do all that. I'm just being extra. And so, gonna let this sit and dry for a little bit, because what can happen if you put too much activator when you're going with your top coat, it's gonna dry the brush. So you got to be real careful when you reapplying that activator to the nails after filing and buffing. But you don't want to forget that step, because your top coat ain't gonna dry if you don't. And so what I'm going to do is take a lint-free wipe, dry, nothing on it, and I'm just going to go over the top, and I'm just going to wipe off some of that excess activator that may still be on there. So I ain't used top coat in forever. I'll be using dip top coat. All right, here we go. Now, another thing, let me just explain that before. You got to go in with 2 coats of the top coat. So the first coat, you just gonna swipe it real fast. You're not lingering. You're not capping the free edge. You just 1, 2, 3. I typically try to do it in a three coat layer method thing. So I ain't lingering all that, because what you don't want to do is your brush to get stuck and it dry on you, because that can happen. So I'm simply going to go 1, 2, 3. That's it. And that's the first one. I put a lot on here, but we just gonna keep moving. Why it don't look like I put top coat over there? I should have just Winnie with gel. Gonna let that dry a little bit. And the number 2 reason why I don't really like dip top coat, because you gotta wait till it dry. I like to put it in the lamp and just go about my business. And on this second layer, that's when you can be a little bit more precise and cap in your free edges and all that good stuff. And I need to start capping my free edges first. That way. Why is this acting weird? Have I contaminated my top coat? My brush feel dry. This brush just feel weird to me. I think I might have to put this in a brush cleaner. I swear it just feel weird. So these are the finished result, although immediately after I put it on, I kind of had to go to the restroom, so it's a little dog because I had to wash my hands. So that's one of the negative when it comes to dip base top coat. You got to be a little bit patient because it is air dry and it takes a while, and I don't use it as often, so I forget, and then I go to touching it, and it's a lot, which is why I tend to use gel top coat as the finish, because again, on this hand I put gel, and you can barely tell the difference between the gel top coat hand and the dip base coat, dip base top coat. So it ain't exactly a match, but you can barely tell the difference. If you didn't know which hand had which, would you be able to tell? Be honest. If you've made it this far in the video, I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. If you're new here, you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. To my returning subscribers, thank you so, so much for your continued support. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Until the next time, bye-bye.
What a wonderful